Good morning, class. This is your English teacher, Sanjay. I welcome you all to yet another session of YouTube, wherein we discuss lessons from English Honeydew, English Supplementary and Grammar. So today I've decided to take up a poem from third unit of English Honeydew text, with the poem being named Macavity, the Mystery Cat. Okay. Here is the name of the lesson, Macavity, the Mystery Cat. So let's read the preface and start the poem. Okay. What does it say? It says, do you have a pet cat? Have you ever noticed anything mysterious about it? It is not easy to say where every cat is a mystery, but Macavity is one for sure. So we are talking about a cat who's mysterious. Okay, so who's mysterious? What is the meaning of mystery? Mystery basically means to engage or show menace, which may raise concern, doubt, or suspicion, isn't it? Something magical about it, something that normally people may find difficult to understand. Okay, so what is it that makes him a perfect mystery cat? So something makes Macavity a perfect mystery cat. Let's read the poem and find out what makes him mystery cat. So what is the name of the poem, class? The name of the poem is Macavity the Mystery Cat, and it's written by the poet called T.S. Eliot. Alright, who wrote the poem? T.S. Eliot. Do not forget this. So let's move on and find out what is it actually about. I'll first read the poem stanza wise and then we'll break it down to simple explanation. Okay. So what does it say? It says, Macavity is a mystery cat. He is called the hidden paw, for he is master criminal who can defy the law. He is the bafflement of Scotland Yard, the flying squad's despair. For when they reach in the scene of crime, Macavity is not there. Okay. Macavity. There is no one like Macavity. He's broken every human law. He breaks the law of gravity. His powers of levitation would make a fakir stare. And when you reach the scene of crime, Macavity is not there. You may seek him in the basement, you may look up in the air. But I tell you once and once again, Macavity is not there. Macavity is a ginger cat. He is very tall and thin. You'd know him if you saw him, for his eyes are sunken in. His brow is deeply lined with thought. His head is highly domed. Okay. So some beautiful description about Macavity is made here. You can take and look at it. Right. His coat is dusty from neglect. His whiskers are uncombed. He sways his head from side to side with movements like a snake. And when you think he is half asleep, he is as wide awake. Macavity. There is no one like Macavity, for he is flanked in a feline shape, a monster of depravity. You may meet him in by street, you may see him in the square. But once a crime is discovered, then Macavity is not there. Written by T.S. Eliot. Okay. So class, let me present a brief summary before we break up the para-wise explanation here. It's a beautiful poem though. Alright class, so now I'll present an overview of the poem to you all. The poem called Macavity, the Mystery Cat. Alright. So this poem, as the name suggests, is about mysterious cat named Macavity. Alright, mysterious cat named Macavity. Yeah, mysterious cat named as Macavity. It's also, known as the hidden paw. Paw refers to what you all know, I believe. Hidden paw is the another name that is given to this mysterious cat. Alright. So he is described to be tall and thin ginger cat. Right? As we read the poem, he is described to be a tall and yeah, so Macavity is simply described to be tall and thin ginger cat. Okay, he is described to be what? Tall and thin ginger cat. Okay, he is tall and thin ginger cat, and by all means he is an evil wicked cat. He is up to no good anytime. And another mysterious thing about him is that he has this ability to skip any crime. Okay, he can escape any crime he has committed. He has this ability to escape any crime that is committed. Alright, so the police have been unable to catch him. Some famed police unit are being named here, like the Scotland Yard. Okay, quite famed. This Scotland Yard is said to be one of the fiercest police unit of force. If they get on to catch someone, a criminal or whatsoever you call it, they simply nab him. Okay, but then what is described here about Macavity is really strange. Why is it strange? I'll tell you. Because even the Scotland Yard has been on its tail for a long time now, but they are unable to capture him. Okay, this cat is no ordinary cat. He's a mysterious one. He's broken every law humanity has ever known, is what the poet wants to suggest. Okay, the poet says that one can find him in the street roaming, but when you try to catch him, he'll just vanish in the air. So that is why he is also described as mysterious. Alright. The poem class, like I said, has been written by T.S. Eliot. It includes 7 questions in working section, but then the brief preface is what we have just discussed now. So that is it, class. That was a brief explanation of the poem. Go through it, read it once again, so that you understand the poem deeply. Okay, now let's just quickly take a look at the exercises. Before that, these are the words you are going to be wary of. Okay, defy means to disobey or resist openly. Scotland Yard, the headquarters of the London Police Force. Flying squad refers to a group of police or soldiers ready to move into action quickly. Okay, levitation here refers to floating in the air without support. So this mystery cat could be seen roaming on the streets freely, but then when police would get near him, he would just levitate or vanish in the air. Then feline refers to devil, feline refers to or relating to cat. Anything that relates to or refers to cat is feline. Okay, depravity here refers to moral corruption. So the cat that we are talking about was morally corrupt. Okay, so now let's take a look at the kind of question we have in the exercise here. Working with the poem. Read the first stanza and think, is Macavity a cat really? If not, who can Macavity be? What do you think, class? I'll say, Macavity is not a cat at all. It is just the imagination of the poet's mind. Okay. Then second question says, if not, who can Macavity be? Very simple. When you say Macavity is just an imaginary character. Okay. Who's Macavity? Macavity is an imaginary character. Imagined by whom? Imagined by none other than the poet Eliot, T.S. Eliot. Okay. The following sentences. What does it say? It says, a master criminal is one who. What is the answer? Master criminal is one who. We can define the law, isn't it? Very simple. The Scotland Yard is baffled because what is the reason behind Scotland Yard getting baffled? Because whenever they reach the scene of the crime, they cannot find Macavity. Okay. Third, dash because Macavity moves much faster than them. What is it? Nobody can catch Macavity at the crime scene because he moves faster than that. 3 says, a cat, I'm sure, could work on a cloud without coming through. Jules Verne. Which law is Macavity breaking in the light of the comment above? Okay. So, very simple. You can see in the light of the comment above, Macavity is breaking the law of gravity. What is gravitation? I'm sure you know, you must be getting it in your science class also. Very simple, right? So now let's move on to other question. It says, read stanza 3 and then describe Macavity in 2 to 3 sentences of your own. Stanza 3 class, you can read and do that on your own, I guess. If you don't know, I can help you also. What do you say? It basically describes Macavity as a ginger cat who's very tall and thin with sunken eyes and brow deeply lined with thought. Okay. While its head is slightly dumped, its coat is dusty and whiskers are uncombed. It sways its head from side to side and is always wide awake, even when one thinks that it is half asleep. Okay. Now, true false, I'm not doing this. Do it on your own. Number 5 is done. Number 6. Having read the poem, try to guess whether the poet is fond of cats. If so, why does he call Macavity fiend and monster? Okay. So, what do you think the reason is? Yes, it seems the poet is very much fond of cats because he calls Macavity a fiend and a monster because he wants to show the cat an extraordinary one, right? He might have used a cat in order to create a negative character who's criminal and escapes easily from the police. Now, one thing you have to note here is the quick movements of cat and its mysterious eyes might have influenced him to create this evil character in the form of a cat. Okay. Number 7. Has the poet used exaggeration for special effect? Find a few examples of it and read those lines aloud. Okay. There are quite a few, class, if you read them here. Right. See, the poet has used exaggeration in plenty, we can say. Because cat's defiance of gravity, and it is called a monster of depravity and a fiend in order to enhance the mystery surrounding the cat. Right. Since the cat is shown to be super fast, thus nobody from Scotland Yard to the flying squad can catch it to the scene of the crime. Right. So these exaggerations have been used by Eliot to lay stress on this monstrous as well as surprising and mysterious nature of Macavity. Alright, class? So what do we have here? Rick, what did Papa Firefly tell Mama Firefly? Hick, I don't know. Rick, isn't our child bright for his age? Then there is blank. So class, this I believe you can do it on your own. Right. So with this we come to conclusion of this poem, class. I believe it was not very difficult. It was easy one only. So take your time, try to understand what it is about. Okay. Thank you.